My parents were wonderful. They kind of went without. They always went without, so me and my brother could have, no matter what it was. I mean, back to school clothes or t-ball, all that stuff. They always made sure we were able to do, what the other kids were doing and stuff. I always felt out of place, in school, and like I kind of just felt like something was missing all the time. Like I never felt comfortable in my own skin, and then I found drugs and alcohol. It kind of gave me an identity, and just like the other stuff, man, that stuff progressed, and it just got worse and worse and worse. Most of my life, I was a slave to drugs and alcohol. It was almost as if I chose drugs and alcohol over my family every single time, and all the stuff that comes with it. Numerous jails and numerous totaled vehicles and numerous overdoses and ruined relationships and loss of jobs and that was the cycle for years, because I started at such a young age. I got to a point where I just didn't want to live anymore. I said I can't do this anymore. And I remember praying, right? I remember praying, and I said I can't do this anymore, to whatever I was praying for. I said, let this just be it. I can't go on. And I was essentially praying for death. I remember coming to, right? And at that point, I had no reservation to use again and wanted to live more than anything. But that was temporary, It lasted. It lasted for almost 3 years. And after that time of sobriety that I had, and it just there was no substance in it. There was no substance in it. Really being at a point where it was like, okay, I can't do this anymore, and the pain that I caused my family again and again. And that's what killed me, right? Because I had gotten to a point where I lost the power of choice. I couldn't choose. I couldn't choose right from wrong. I couldn't choose my family over this stuff. I didn't know what God was, but I just knew it was something that was bigger than me, and I prayed to it every day and all these things, but there was still something missing, and so I came to Lakeshore, and before I left my house, I got on my knees and I said, Lord, enter in my heart today in a way that is indeed miraculous. And that was exactly what happened. It was football Sunday, February 5th, and at the end of the testimonies on the screen, I said that prayer, and I meant it, with everything, my heart and my soul and all that I had. And at that moment, my life changed. Jesus says, right, listen, I stand at the door and I knock. And for all who hear me and open the door, I will enter. And that was that moment. That was that moment, I heard his voice and he did, and he entered. My desires and my passions have changed, and I want to serve others, and I want to come to church, and I want to read the Bible, and I want to be with other Christians, and I feel now that I can be the brother and the son and the uncle and the man that my family deserves, right, and that God intended me to be. It took a long time to learn that and to realize that, but I wouldn't change it for anything.